go here. Back with another vehicle. What is this one? It looks a bit unusual compared to what we normally work on. But having said that, you know, we have done a Porsche and a Mustang and a Fiat. So it's like, bring on the Alfa. So yes, 106 GTV, is it? Oh, I should know. I can see the outline of the badge. 1750. So twin cam, twin carb, two-door, rear-wheel drive sports car. Italiano. Hence its redness. Very popular colour. Mind you, old mate, home built by Jeff on YouTube. Legend. He's been working on his for 4 years now, and he has stuffed a Ferrari 4-litre V8 in the front of his, so it's going to be a beast. Yeah, but anyway, this is our little project. So it's here for bodywork and paint. Cameron from Classic Fix in Brizzy has stripped the car out for us, but luckily he's left the wheels on. And excuse this temporary little shelter area here. We only fitted these containers here a couple of days ago, so we've obviously got a bit of work to do, and we're going to paint them all up. And we only screwed this roof on. These are a couple of panels that they're old roller doors, and they'll work well as a bit of a roof. So this is just going to start. We're going to start the stripping process. Well, Casey is. She's really got the hang of it and doesn't mind it. You get the tunes on, get your PPE on, and just start going. So yes, the biggest thing with these is rust. We don't know what to expect there yet, but definitely the paint. Moisture's been getting in under there. You can see here. Well, you can see I just touched it with the grinder. I'm going, hang on, I haven't done an intro video to this car. I want to do a good video set of the whole process that we're going to go through. So, including stripping, rust repairs, body work, products used, panel beating, whatever. So I think it's going to be interesting what it looks like underneath. We will be getting some areas done by the sandblaster, the areas that are difficult to sand, but on a whole, the main outside flat panels, we're going to hit it with the grinder. So, you know, I've seen people faff around with bloody 80 grit on a DA and bloody wire wheels, and they take forever and a day. You can tell they're getting an hourly rate when they're stuffing around like that. So we like to get it done fast without any damage to the car. So we're going to start at the second option. When you've got to get through a heap of bog and 6 different paint jobs, I like to use the flat fibre discs that are like 36 grit and just skim over the top to cut it back. And then we normally slip over to the flap wheels. They're 60 grit, but Casey's going to start out and see how it goes, just going straight on to the 60 grit. I don't think it's been painted 57 times, probably only 2 or 3 times, so it might not have too much to strip back. So that's the plan. Casey's going to start doing that. I'll do a bit of filming while she's sanding, and you can see the process. And let's see what's hiding underneath. Like we know there's a few obvious spots. The owner has bought a couple of panels pre-emptying. The most common rust spots, he's bought the panels already for us to fit. So we will see how that goes. This is all got to be filled up and retained and whatnot. So this is only a temporary area, but at least it's in the shade and it's out of the way here. Casey's got the earphones, ear muffs. Yeah, so good to go. Let's get stuck into Alfa. I don't think it has a name. So we'll come up with something. We'll call it, no. Bernard. What? Mario? Bernard. Okay. We'll see if that sticks. Bernard the sexy. It should be called Alfonse. Alfonse, the Italian stunner. You're a stunner, aren't you, Bo? Oh, yeah, even with the weepy eyes. Goopy eye boy. Yeah. Okay, so I'll cut back in once Casey's done a bit of sanding. So, oh, hey, Blue. It's all happening. Woo! Grego's back. Yeah, Casey just got in. Yeah, Andrew has been busy stripping. Well, Casey actually helped do a bit of the stripping on the bonnet. Yeah, there's a couple of weird things going on with the bonnet. You might be able to see it, maybe not. So in the past life, for some reason, there was scratches put in like that. Someone's dragged something across. Don't know what, but anyway, by the time we finish sanding and epoxy it, the epoxy will be enough to fill any sort of scratches. So, let alone, you know, any other products, polyester or whatever. So we're looking at here some lovely clean work. Nice to see so far. So Andrew stopped there, and we always thought, the owner sort of mentioned that there's a possibility that this is sloping down too much and it should be a little bit flatter. Well, it was higher than the bonnet and whatnot, but now that it's stripped off, it actually is the way they had the bog built up there. You know, it's fairly thick. Once you remove that, it's actually really flush with the bonnet. It's actually not too bad right along. With all filler removed, I think with the filler they put on, filler's supposed to be used to perfect transitions between panels and all the rest, and you know, any imperfections in the metal that you can't panel beat out, you just do that fine layer of filler and it all gets blocked across panels. But this has actually improved the whole scenario by removing the old filler. So that's good news. So we've got a couple of points here where it's had some sharp drop on it. We can sort that. This is all pretty good. There's a couple of very fine dents there, not bad at all. So let's have a look down here, which is a common spot for rust. And yes, there is a little bit of rust there. So we will look at possibly cutting this across here, because the rust has definitely be coming from the inside. Yeah, it's not something you can get to, so we will do that. Okay, he hasn't tackled the sill yet. There's look like it had a dent there at some stage. It's been pulled out, and you know, we can file finish that, and we could do a bit of lead wiping even if you wanted to see something a bit different. Yeah, so there's a bit of rust, and well, we saw the bubble in the door before, so I knew something was there. It's actually quite minor. This panel here has been replaced down. There's no signs of it rusting anywhere on the inside, but it's only been spot welded across, so we'll seam weld that, and that should be fine. A couple of dents here that need to be pulled out, and then yeah, once we've got these doors sitting where they're supposed to go, then it'll all be like absolutely perfect, the transition across between panel. But considering the shape of this panel, and it's I was just talking to the owner a minute ago, and he mentioned about how it's got rally history, and I'm like, well, it's done pretty well to stay in pretty good shape, if that's the case. So you'd have to expect a little bit of damage. and this is what we've found. So I said to Andrew, well, let's just, because there's a separate patch there and a patch there and roughness there, I said let's cut this across here, like above the damaged area, cut this whole thing out, get in behind it, make sure it's all cool, pardon me, and we've the owner just said that he can get that panel new. So I said, well, it'll depending on the cost of it, it'll probably save time over Andrew making one from scratch. Completely possible for us to make one. We've got all the wheels and the planishers and everything else we need to make a nice panel with this rolled lip and everything. But you got to look at time versus what's already made. So that's where we're at. I just thought I would bring you up to speed, but it's incredibly nice arches, and this through here is just in really good condition. So it's been a little bit of pullage at the mirror there. Yeah, so these tops of the guards really nice. We've had too many spanners dropped on it. So and the bonnet's really good. The roof, we've just found a couple of dents. Apparently there was hail damage. It was resprayed because of hail damage. But I tell you what, can you see it? Well, yeah, there's one there and another one. Yeah, it's just there. A couple of small dents, and which I have access underneath, which is excellent. That's what you want to be able to. So we'll hammer and dolly them out. Won't require any filler or anything. So, oh, pardon me. So that's where we're up to. So we're going to continue the stripping. I just thought I'd give you an update on how the car is looking so far. Considering the age of this car and its semi-racing history, I would give this about a, you know, pardon me, only nose running, about an 8 out of 10. To be honest, it's pretty bloody good. And like any rust that's in there, it's an Alfa. Like you gotta expect. Hey. So yeah, Luke is here now. What you doing? You're getting all shy for the camera. Yeah, future heir to the throne of the business. So no pressure. Yeah, so that's an update from Alfonse. Yeah, Casey and I came up with that name yesterday, so sorry, Phil. While it's here, it's called Alfonse, and I think it's absolutely perfect. So, all right. See ya.